everyone has their own space. So we'll practice doing this, and I will be the one that controls the line. See, she's getting too close. I'm gonna back her off. Yeah. It's right here. It's right here. Right here. Back. I'm just waiting for the puppy to go into her space. I know she's gonna defend her space. Good girl. Good girl. She's getting too close. She's getting too close for me to enjoy my food. Oh, good girl, Josie. Good girl. And the more that you do it, the more they'll respect each other's space. You know, Bunny's used to this, and she's not trying to go to Josie's. You know, Josie's just a little puppy. She doesn't know the rules. So, see that? See, she's going to go. That dog is going to take that other dog's food. See, and if I let it happen, then she's going to defend herself. Sooner or later, she's going to be inclined to say that enough is enough. And that's why I am the one to create her space for her, and so they can be friends. Otherwise, if she associates her with taking her food, then she's not gonna like her. She's gonna look for her to take her food all the time. She's gonna bully her all the time. She's gonna bully other dogs, and then she's gonna expect other dogs to bully her, and that I'm not gonna do anything to help her. So I won't let little dogs be dominated, or I won't let any dog be dominated, and I won't let any dog dominate. And then I become the one that's in control, because I'm the one that's focused on the one that's the most excited. And I don't use sound to get them to stop. I use touch, timing, touch, and tone. If you practice, then you see like, oh, you know, that didn't work because I was late, or I was too heavy, or I was too light. Whatever it is, you take responsibility. And each time you do that, you like hone in on what exactly needs to be done. Does my timing need to be better? Does my tone need to be better? Maybe my touch, and then there's 3 C's too. It's consistency, commitment, and communication. And if you apply the 3 T, no, that's control. She wants to control. No, she's just a puppy, so that's why I'm doing this. You see that? That if I let her start playing and doing things excited now, then this dog, the little one's gonna get pushed around, right? So she's saying, I want to push you around from here. If I let it go now, look at that. If I let it go now, it's only going to escalate. And then their associations get worse. They have to spend time together where they're calm. And then she associates her with calm. And then it gets easier and easier. You see, this is what she wants to do. It's not her job to help her socialize. It's not the other dog's job to teach the dog its boundaries. It's our job to make sure that it's social, in a social state before we even try to attempt this. That way, when we attempt it, we know we have a chance. It's just probably going to get out of, you know, it's hard. They'll get away from you, and you make mistakes, and you learn to go with your gut, and to, you know, just err on caution, because you can always play again. You know, once a dog gets bitten, once their associations get weaker and weaker, it's just a matter of time. When she's not ready to play, look at her. She's like, get this thing away from me. What is she doing? And whenever they're getting face to face, there's tension there. And I'm going to be the one that controls what happens. You see how she's leaning back and she wants to throw her paw on her face, I'm gonna let her know that she's got to deal with me. You're gonna deal with that. You're gonna do that kind of stuff. You're gonna deal with me. If you want to play and share space, you can share space. But if you want to compete, I'm the big dog around here. You're gonna lose this. And you gotta kind of like, want it. You gotta be you gotta be focused. You gotta be determined. You know, because some dogs are tough. Some dogs aren't trying to listen. You gotta also use increments to figure out what it takes to get the dog to stop. See, I'm only touching her the way I need to. You know, see, it's not really working, right? Right? So I'm going to increase the intensity. Here, see, she has to move. She's feeling like she has to move because I'm not really meeting this dog's intensity. So I'm just going to turn up the touch, turn up the sound, try and be better. It's hard to do with the phone, but you guys are going to struggle too. There, the butt went down. But you see the projecting? Like, how could she feel comfortable with her doing this next to her, right? So I'm gonna push her, and I'm gonna get her over here. Now I'm gonna raise the intensity of the touch, because she's starting to think she can control me too. You gotta just meet the dog's level, you know? And then now you'll see that, it goes down a notch. And the next time I touch her, I'm not going to have to touch her anywhere near as heavy. You're going to have to touch them heavier and heavier if you want to be light. If you're worried about this or worried about hurting them or worried about that. I'm just trying to touch her to find the right touch. I don't really care about anything else. I want her to respect me, to trust me. I want her to trust and respect, you know what I mean? So, you see that? That right there. I didn't have to touch her. I came for good timing. Hey, no. I know I'm messing up when this dog feels like it's gotta move. And I'll just stay with it. And I'll do things like feed them together and try to walk them together and whatever I can. And sooner or later, you'll be able to tell if the dogs are a match or not. Some dogs just aren't a match. You can't. But when they're both calm, chances are they'll get along. They'll at least get along. If one thinks it's in control, then usually sooner or later, unless there's like a huge difference in their size and their age or something where one dog is clearly, has the advantage. Otherwise, sooner. But then again, I have this little girl right here. She'll back up Brutus. She thinks she's a lion. I'm not kidding. This little thing right here, she looks all sweet and everything, but she's tough. She's a tough dog. She's no joke. She backs up a 180-pound dog. She's 7 pounds. So, it's not always the stereotype, like the big dogs winning. It's not always like that. But you want to be the big dog so they could get along. Otherwise, the little one's going to be afraid. The big one's going to think he's in control. And it's kind of like not if, when things go bad. And I don't understand how sometimes dogs find a way to get along regardless of people having this awareness. They're super adaptable. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Look at her face. You gotta clean your ear.